I was working late, the only one left in the office building. I stepped into the elevator and pressed the button for the ground floor. The doors slid shut and the elevator began its descent. But then it stopped. The doors opened, but not to the familiar lobby. It was a long, dark corridor lit by a single flickering bulb. There were no doors, no windows, just endless peeling wallpaper. A cold draft crept in. I frantically pressed the close door button and thankfully it worked. The elevator continued down to the real lobby. I never told anyone, but sometimes when I'm alone, I can still smell the dust and decay of that non-existent hallway. The late-night bus was eerily empty, except for me and one other passenger sitting at the very back. The rain lashed against the windows, blurring the world outside. At my stop, I got off and watched the bus pull away. Just as it disappeared around the corner, I realized I'd left my umbrella on my seat. I turned to walk home, and then I saw it. The other passenger was standing right behind me, their face pale and unmoving, holding my umbrella. My grandma gave me an old porcelain doll. Its painted smile was a little unsettling, but I placed it on the shelf in my bedroom. The first night I found it on the floor facing my bed. I just assumed it fell. The next night it was on my desk, its head tilted as if listening. Every morning a new impossible spot. One night I set up a camera. The next day I watched the footage. The doll didn't move. But as I scrolled through the video, I saw myself sleepwalking, moving the doll to a new spot each time. The last frame, though, my eyes were open and I was smiling just like the doll. My neighbor, Mr. Henderson, passed away last year. A quiet old man who kept to himself. But lately I've been hearing things. Every night around midnight I hear the faint, rhythmic tap-tap-tapping against our shared wall. It's the same sound he used to make, tinkering with his old clocks. I told my landlord, but he just said the pipes were old. But pipes don't tap in a pattern. Last night it was different. It wasn't just tapping. I heard a faint whisper through the wall. It said my name. The emergency alert blared on my phone, making my heart jump. Stay indoors, do not look at the moon. Weird. I peeked outside. The moon was full and bright. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. My neighbor, Mr. Henderson, was standing on his lawn, staring straight up at it, completely motionless. I shrugged it off. The alerts these days are always overblown. A few minutes later, another alert came through. The warning is not a test. Do not go outside. But this time, it was followed by a text from an unknown number. We see you through the window. Come join us. My son has been drawing the same man over and over. A tall, smiling figure he calls the Midnight Man. I asked him where he'd seen this man, and he just pointed to his bedroom window. I told him no one was there, that it was just his imagination. But he keeps drawing. Last night, I woke up to a scratching sound. I found my son in the living room, carving that same smiling face into the wall. He's tired of paper, my son whispered.